And you're very welcome back here again, folks, to Pitch Side. And we are not joined by our Clover GA man of the match, Alan Dennehy. I couldn't manage to grab Alan for the interview, but we are joined by Charleville's wing forward, Darragh Fitzgibbon. Darragh, look, first of all, 4 points from 4. I know you had Sarah's first day out, big task, and obviously a really tough battle there with Douglas as well today. I'm sure at the start of the campaign, 4 points from 4, you'd be delighted with that.
Yeah, that was kind of the goal, you know. We're into a quarter-final now again for the second year in a row, and that's the first time we've done it as a club at senior. So, yeah, we're just delighted. Like, obviously, we had a great performance against SARS. You know, you're playing the county championships, county champions. It's hard probably to get up to that level again. But we grounded out. You know, I'd say it probably wasn't a pretty match to watch, but you know, we'll take the 2 points going home, and we won't mind.
But it is, I suppose, as you mentioned there, maybe not a pretty watch. I wouldn't say that. It's just a very well-rounded performance from you. It was very similar against SARS, I suppose. There's no guy doing all the damage. There's a fierce spread of scores, and it's very high-octane, high-intensity, and kind of a running game as well. It's obviously something you're working on.
Yeah, do you know, to be fair, like we have a very balanced 15. In fairness to all the boys, one man might show up the first day, and then another man might pop up from another place. So, and then you saw Jake, Rob, and Darren coming on there as well, and Gavin. They all got us crucial scores each. I'd say they all probably got the 3 or 4 scores to put us 4 or 5 points up in the last few minutes. So, Joe, we're delighted with that. We're going into a local derby now at Newtown. You know, so it doesn't get any easier than that. And
you touched on it there. The next thing I was actually going to ask you, right? We were saying that before the SARS game today, 6 changes. And it looked like there was no drop in quality. But you need strength and depth, particularly in the Premier Senior Hurling Championship. And you got it there off the bench as well. Robert Carroll with 2 fantastic scores. A couple of more guys coming on. And that's a massive boost, you.
Yeah, and to be fair to them, like they got the scores, but, you know, they came on, they did their job. They won the breaks. They broke the tackles, and they were support runners, which is what we're trying to do for the 60 minutes in every game. So, Joe, they put their hands up now for a starting position the next day, and training over the next 2 weeks will be very intense because, you know, all those boys want to be starting, and all the boys that were starting today want to hold their place. So, you know, like it's great. Like, you know, we've been, you know, playing a lot of hurling down the grades, and for a second year in a row now to be going to a quarter final, it means that, you know, we're making progress, and we're kind of maybe, you know, becoming kind of a side that kind of can stay here for a few years.
Yeah, and you said it, local derby, right? You had it last year as well, I believe, right? Yeah. Game against Newtown, and a little bit extra there now as well. Look, you've got 4 points. If you could get 6 points, looks like there's not really many teams putting up massive scores. If you come away with 6, potentially for an extra bonus, could be a Premier Senior Hurling Championship semi-final ahead of you as well. So really big game for you next day out.
Yeah, to be honest, like, we're not even going to think about a semi-final, or to be honest, we're not even going to think about 2 points. It's a local derby against Newtown. You know, both sides want to win, no matter what way each championship is going. And, like, to be fair, as a club, like, we're our neighbours, but like when we were down the grades in junior and intermediate, we were looking towards Newtown and the systems that they had and the success that they had. So, you know, it's an honour to be able to play against them, and it's an honour to be able to play against Douglas and SARS and these teams, because, you know, when we were young fellas, we were growing up and we were going watching the senior championship with Charleville weren't there. So it's just a privilege to be able to be there, and we'll give it a go again in 2 weeks' time.
Absolutely, and you're more than just being there, Darragh. You're contributing well to this championship. Wish you the very best of luck with the rest of the year, and well done today as well.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks very much, Darragh. And that's where we're going to leave it here today, folks, for our double header in